I got this job at a marketing bureau as a salesman.
Så det er arbejde dag 1.
First day at Graphic House completed. This is like American Psycho.
New card. What do you think?
Look at my business cards. In this video I would like to share with you 3 simple things that actually led to me being able to get this job. I'd called up like 3 or 4 companies to come work as a salesman, and I had sent my resume to them. None of them were interested, so I started doubling down on what I knew would deliver a better first impression, and that would be my resume. And in order to show you my resume, I'll have to just... So this right here was the resume that ended up getting me a job. Sales job at 16 at a marketing bureau. I threw every single thing that I could imagine I've ever done and every skill I've ever had onto this resume. And let me explain what that is. This here is a referral I got from a company that I did some work with their social media and helped them with setting up a new website through Shopify. Here I have a link to the website I created. I have made a section here, most important, relevant, personal abilities. Here I have all my skills and all the things I've done. I have watched videos, taken courses on NLP, and that was just something that I did purely to put it on here. That actually seems like a pretty compelling resume and a pretty compelling candidate. And the truth is that the only job I've ever worked is at a supermarket for 1 summer. All these skills that I've highlighted are just self-made skills. You can do so much with the resume, was what I found out. I got a lot of help from my dad, sending it back and forth. I think it took me probably like a week or 10 days to get this resume fully complete, because I had to send it to my dad, wait a couple hours, he would send it back. We did that, I think, 10-15 times before the resume was complete. But in my journey of finding these companies to apply to, I'd found 4, and I'd already applied to them, and I don't think I ever heard back from any of them. And then luckily I recalled an old marketing bureau. It was a bureau, I think I first saw them like 3 years ago, saw their website, and I took a lot of inspiration from them to make my own website. For fun, I just called the owner. He was hiring interns for design and SEO, but I actually wanted to be a salesperson. And one of the criteria of these internships were that you had to be undergoing education on like the university. Here's where another principle comes into play. Luck. I can't deny that luck has been probably the biggest thing in my search for jobs, because the fifth company that I applied to, or I just called the owner and I went, could I potentially get an internship as a salesperson, although you're not hiring a salesperson, and just get 100% commission was what I offered him. 100% commission, no salary. And I guess he thought that was interesting, but he could probably also hear that I had no previous experience. So I sent over my application, and I spent probably like 2 days. I actually went home from my boarding school in order to write this application and focus on writing this application, because I had some feeling that this was going to be the job. I had already known the company for years. I knew everything about their website and the old version of their website. I think I actually knew more than the owner himself. I wrote what I think was the best possible application I could possibly have written. Then I attached my resume that I had spent 10 days making. I guess he was impressed by it, or just intrigued, so he called me up and we had a conversation about how this could work, basically. And he told me that he would like to give me a salary and have the commission on top. The same day that I called him, he had actually approved a LinkedIn ad for a job position as a full-time salesperson. That ad was going to go up the next day of me calling him. So he wasn't hiring a salesperson when I called, but the day after he was actually going to hire a salesperson. Luck is a huge factor, but you can do something yourself to improve your chances. And that is improve how you look on your resume and improve your application. And how did I learn all this? Well, let me show you. So I read this book right here about job search. This book is in Danish, but the great thing about this book that helped me was that it gave examples of a bad application and a good application, and a bad resume and a good resume. I just followed this book, basically a template for how you get a job out of your league. The biggest piece of advice that I can give: search a job in a place where you are naturally talented, or if you have a hobby, like I have a hobby which is kind of running this whole social media, trying to make money by SMMA type stuff. I searched a job in a marketing agency. Everything that I've spent my free time doing could now be relevant on the resume. And then when you find that one company where you can just feel that this could be a great opportunity, you can visualize how it would be being in that role, doing that job. That is where you put twice the effort in. So that is my personal story, and I hope you enjoyed this video.